Every night, in our sleep, we live luminous and terrifying experiences. But the oracle says, do not bring water when the dream is burning. Last night, I dreamt the tale of
This was the most gorgeous mythical story time I could have asked for. It had that brilliant kind of euphoria treatment to it, but also a little bit of melancholia came through for me. The aesthetics were fresh and inventive and cohesive, and they did a great balance of the modern versus classical with a little wink and a nod from the present day. And it was, yeah, absolutely delightful. I love that dreamy, trippy quality that felt very fresh of the moment. Um, and those bright current fashion trends in excess, in irreverence, in gender fluidity. But then we also got the presence of the classical music, creating that lush score, the environment, and the artwork that is classic and grounded in traditional styles. So it was really fun to have that grounding to bounce off of throughout. But I watched this twice because it was so delightful.
So I think that the costuming, the makeup, and the scenic design is absolutely stunning. It is so aesthetically pleasing and very beautiful in the best way. I kind of liked this interpretation of the story that was being told and how, like, there was part one, part two, part three, and how the actors, though, how they act just with their facial features and emotions visually was very lovely to see. I think it was really cool. I loved all the very creative shots that were taken. There was one shot where all the um all the actors, like, basically how this is framed here, like all of them, all their heads were here, and the art of whether it was a cathedral or whatever it was, I'm so sorry, I'm not really sure, but like the art that was on the ceiling, stunning. I thought that was very good, and a lot of, like, very interesting cinematography happens throughout that as well. That also kind of goes with the scenic art and the design of, like, where all the actors are being placed. I think it was really cool, mixed with the cinematography vibes of, like, pretending like it's some kind of archival footage. I think that was really, really cool. This feels super camp.
It is beautifully executed, artistic. The cinematography literally paints the individuals into this uh, lens that is almost blending into the art itself. It reminds me of a Sistine Chapel and like these page master elements where these stories come to life in the painting that surrounds us, and the way that the costuming and hair and makeup and the locations of these pieces, it's all really cohesive and falls into place. You really get these elements that exist within folklore and mythology be told to us through this narrator whoever did the voiceover was capturing us and the element within their voice and their storytelling capabilities as we get to fall into the story and really root for this couple despite the witch being against them, and seeing that this cloak was torn to shreds yet brought in through this special element of a mystical needle to be able to create something beautiful, I think just only adds an extra element within this piece that nods to the beautification of costuming.
It was such a beautifully stunning film to watch, between the colors, the wardrobe, costume design, set decoration, the different camera, shots. I just thought it was really cool and really cool writing. I don't know if this was actually a true, something that was already written, like a a story or a myth or whatever, but it was so interesting. I wrote down, do not bring water when the dream is burning. I thought that was a really cool line. Just beautiful music as well, and really nice performances throughout, and as well with the narration.
What a fascinating, sort of whimsical quality this piece had. Just really draws you in immediately. Loved everything about it. Artistically, the the wardrobe and the settings are just amazing. Great use of the painting and the backgrounds, and great layering too. There's just so many beautiful moments, and just these expressions that almost from our performers here that just kind of go right through you as a viewer, but really draw you in. Just brilliantly executed through and through.
I love the narration, hearing a story around Scheherazad's tale. The voice of the narrator was so expressive, drawing us in. I love the use of lavish backdrops, such as floral patterns and dramatic classical paintings. The performers were all excellent, notably the prince, who was able to show a wide range of emotions. The facial adornments were particularly clever, as were the awesome wardrobe pieces, a blend of modern and classical.